And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Cleveland Browns. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's go now. 6. Touchdown. 6. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Now Walker on first down. It's caught by Sanders. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Walker throwing on third and long. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over first and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Noah Fant with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Walker. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Browns' 23-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
1st down, Washington.
Come on, set. Not a wolf. Watch my board. Who that? Who that? Hey, watch set. Shut up.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
You can't hang.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Set, hut. 6 yards. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Coming this way. Coming this way.
To throw is Walker. Gonna throw again. Now he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out deep.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Redskins 6. Matt Prater set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Now it's Trubisky. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Breida. And an alley to run. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Matt Breida, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a 2nd straight Player of the Week award.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. On 1st down, Dobbins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there. Good for a Redskin 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Walker. And his throw is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
In your face.
Walker throwing again. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Walker. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Here's Jamie Gillendow as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They run with Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, man, watch the boot. 6 guys, check 6 guys. Check, crunch. Red, up. Blue.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. This complete to Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky, escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Here's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football into the Redskins. Have it they do. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
and it is cold,
and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Walker now to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Walker. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Edelman set to return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time, the fumble to turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at...
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Matt Breida. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Jakeem Grant down the return. The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At the 38-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got him. Sponge. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, good thing. All day.
Back to throw. Walker, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. Got some room at the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Cleveland, and even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
This is Breida. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Go! 180! Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, alert. 54. Mike 50.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
One set. 53. Check 53. Just like that. Just like that.
Here's Walker throwing on 1st down.
Let's go, defense.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Switch. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Always looks for 53's Mike. 53's Mike. Here we go.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. The Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
Come on now. Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Alert! Mike 35, Mike 35. Watch the run. Watch the...
Hey, foxtrot.
35's the Mike. Watch switch.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. This is the tight end Fant. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Mike.
To throw is Walker on 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Walker. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And now Edelman.
Let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Alert. 35's the Mike. Watch the slant. Mike,
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
I got you.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 38-yard line.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
4 down. Mike 35.
Here's Breida. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I think he might have been a little bit too focused on turning upfield. He didn't stay in bounds. He caught the ball, but he wanted to catch it and run, get that rack yardage so badly, he forgot to stay in bounds first.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Now Trubisky. That'll be complete to Breida. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Noah Fant with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They run again with Hunt. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. On the handoff, this is Breida. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
38-yard line.
Mike, 180. Mike spot 4. They gonna need some therapy after this.
They run again with Breida. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
180. Red, 54. Hey, let's get in that hole.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Trubisky to throw. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Trubisky to throw. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Trubisky will throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as his guys continue to pour it on. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Makes the score Browns 41, Redskins 6. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores, that can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Walker going to throw again. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he comes back with one complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
54th Mike.
Walker now on 1st down and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
All day, baby. All day. All day, baby.
Now Walker throwing again. Going right side here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back to throw again. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Walker. Incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Walker to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. To throw is Walker. Throwing on 4th down. And it's complete to Kelsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards that time at a Washington 1st.
And the Redskin 1st down.
Mike. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
On 1st down, Walker, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2. Walker operating from the gun. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. It's a big play there for the Browns. 56 yards on the ground.
At the 19-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10.
Let's get up.
They will run with Grant. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
10-2 stop.
They go back to Grant. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's caught. Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Go now. 18 Gator. Hey, Zoo. 35's the mic.
They'll drop the throw. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just looking at from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. 2nd and 4. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Julio Jones. His 14th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A huge play there for Washington. And even 50 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it, and as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2. Walker now from the gun. He'll throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Grant. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Grant. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Walker eluding the pressure right. It's caught by Sanders. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Now Walker throwing on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. This will be caught by Brown. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Check Mike. Let's go.
2nd and 9 now. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And an alley to run. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.